Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, our group would like to present our database project. So, our group name is Troublemaker, and my group members is Wani binti Syahyu, Nur Najihah binti Zulmahadi, Amzar binti Baharuddin, and Siti Nurfarahim Syahira binti Asri. So our project name is University Subjects Registration System. And I would like to invite Amzar binti Baharuddin to present our next slide.
Okay, today I will present about introduction of this project, and the others will present about problem statement, objective, business rule, ERD, and also some coding. Next, introduction. Nowadays, the manual or traditional file system is rarely used as it has security problem, no backup and recovery, limited in data sharing, and also data redundancy. It is different with the database management system (DBMS), where it improves the data security, have backup and recovery, improve the data sharing, and reduce the data redundancy. In this project, we will design the implement a relation database system by using Oracle. This process will include business rule, entity relationship diagram (ERD), data definition language (DDL), data manipulation language (DML), and also queries. The title chosen for this project is University Subject Registration System. This project requires the university student to give their detail in order to make the subject registration. The system also need the details from each course, subject, and also lecturer. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Siti Nurfarahim Syahira binti Asri. I will present the problem statement of our project. Next. Technical University of Malaysia Melaka UTeM need to keep the details of the student in order to do the subject registration. Each student can only make one registration. Each student register many subjects. Each subject registered by many students. The data needed from each student are the student ID, student name, date of birth, address, gender, phone number, and course code. Each of the students is given a student ID, which is unique because every student in the university will not have the same ID. Each student requires to enroll only one course. Each course is enrolled by many students. The data needed from the course are the course name, credit hour, and subject code. Each course offers many subjects. Each subject may or may not offer in one course. The data needed from the subject are subject code, subject name, and grade. Each lecturer may teach one or many subjects. Each subject may taught by one or many lecturer. The data needed from lecturer are lecturer ID, lecturer name, qualification, and subject code. Each lecturer is given lecturer ID, which is unique because every lecturer in the university will have not the same ID. To solve this problem, we will start to create the business rules and the entity relationship diagram, which is ERD, so that we can start visualize the database the database design from the ERD. From the ERD, we will produce the data dictionary where it will help us to analyze the data more easier and also avoid the data inconsistencies. With the help of the ERD and data dictionary, we will use data definition language, which is DDL, to define the structure of the data, and followed by data manipulation language, DML, to manipulate the data. Next, I will pass this to the next presenter. Thank you.
My name is Nur Najihah binti Zulmahadi, and I will present about the objective, business rule, and also the ERD. Next. So the objective for this project is first, to recognize and understand basic concepts and construct data model. Second, discover entities and relationship. Third, construct an entity relationship diagram, ERD. Fourth, define the data structure by using the data definition language, DDL. And the last one is be able to manipulate the data by using data manipulation language, DML. Next. Business rules. Next. So the business rules are student register many subjects, is subject registered by many students, each student enrolls only one course, each course enrolled by many students, each course offers many subjects, each subject may or may not offer in one course, each lecturer may teach one or many subjects, and the last one, each subject may taught by one or many lecturers. Next. The next one is ERD. Next. So this is the ERD that we create based on the business rules. As you can see here, there are some bridge entities produced as there are many-to-many relationship between the table, student and subject, and also between the table, subject and lecturer. The bridge entity in this ERD are registration and class. Next, I will pass to Wani to show the coding.
Okay, so I will explain about SQL DDL and DML. So DDL, we will create table. This is the table that we will create. Subject. This is the information about the table. Course, student, registration, lecturer, and class. Okay, so for DML, we will insert the data. So for subject, this is the data that we will insert. Subject, course, student, registration, lecturer and class. So we will use Oracle Live to insert the data. So let me show you. Okay, after that we will run. This comment is show that our data is inserted into the table. So if you want to see our data, select star from if you want to see subject table. And it will show the table of subject. So for selection and projection, to list all the information of student who is male. So this is the command, SQL command. Select star from student where gender equals to M. Let me show you. Then we run. And it will show the male student only. And for projection, to list the student ID, student name, gender, phone number, who register under course BITC. So this is the command. Select student ID, student name, gender, address, phone number from student where course code equals to BITC. So here we go. It will show the student which enroll into course code BITC only. So for aggregation and grouping, how many students are registered under BITP? 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is the command student count student ID as my student from registration where subject code equals to BITP 1, 1, 2, 3. If we will use this oracle, it will show the student number which enroll subject code BITP 1123. And so for grouping, find the number of students in each course and their registered subject. So this the command is select course code count student ID as my student from student group by course code. So the result will show how many students that enroll in each course code. So for join, in a join, list the subject code, subject name and lecturer name for all subjects. So this is the result. It will show all the subject code, subject name and the lecturer name. So to list the student ID, date and subject code for registration, this is the command. It will show student ID, date, their registration date and their subject code that they registered. So to list the subject code and location, we will show subject and the location for the subject. Okay, so for join, after join, list the course name that being offered using subject code. So this is the command. It will show subject code and course name. So for nested queries, list the student's name, gender and ID which has grade A. The command is like this. So this the student name that has grade A. And then last one, list the details of course which is the lecturer's name is Dr. Ngo He Chon. The command is like this, and it will show the course code that has Dr. Ngo He Chon name in it. So that's all for our presentation. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.